All right, we going super duper old school. Welcome back to the neighborhood. If it's your first time in the neighborhood, go and see fucking the first wild card video for the proper intro. But I wanted to hop back on like super quick because I'm literally in the middle of a ticket. I wanted to hop back on super quick to say a couple of things. First off, I wanted to point out that in anything, a lot of my stuff is just from my perspective. So a lot of times I'm venting and it may not actually be what and how people are feeling. But just because I feel that way doesn't make it wrong. And a lot of times I record this and I also record to go back and watch, and sometimes when I watch I realize, I overreacted, or it wasn't that serious, or it wasn't about me at all. So especially when I'm dealing with business things, or especially and more particularly when I talk about work things. Second, I wanted to say sometimes the shit that you deal with from work don't have shit to do with you. Don't forgive my hair, y'all, because my bun was too tight. I had to take it out. I look like a mess, but fuck it. Fuck it, 2 tears, 1 bucket. Sometimes it, like, a lot of the things that, like, if your manager or something come at you sideways or talk to you crazy, sometimes it ain't got nothing to do with you. Sometimes it's something that they going through and they trying to take it out on you. And they take it out on you. That's another problem that, people need to handle, but that ain't, it's Thorough fucking Thursday. So this is still a continuation of Thorough fucking Thursday, but that part. And another thing I want to talk about is, just to follow up with what happened earlier. So first off, what y'all didn't see is half of my videos did not fucking, like, I had made some intros to that video. It didn't work. Y'all didn't get to see a lot of the stuff. So I'm referring to some things that y'all absolutely have no fucking clue about because it didn't go. I really feel like we in Mercury fucking retrograde right now, but we not. The planet's just doing some crazy ass shit, and I feel it coming. So I feel that. But two, like, I find it that, especially as I maneuver this corporate environment, because so after I got off, like, I finished that video, my boss sent me something else and it really had me hot, so I was ready to go, bitch. I was so one of my team leads, she set a meeting with me, so I'm sitting here mapping out how the fuck I'm about to just go the fuck in, because at this point I'm like, y'all really pushing it. And then but when I went in the meeting, before I said anything, I didn't say anything. I just let her talk. And I didn't even, all of the things that I prepared, I didn't even have to say. I didn't even have to use. I did because I am a communicator. When you communicate, you got to get your words in order, just in motherfucking case. But I didn't have to say or do any of the things. She actually was explaining things to me. And so that was a thing. But I wanted to say, like, a lot of times, especially when I create these videos or when something happens at work and I just vent it out. Like, if I sit at my desk and I'm super duper hot and I cuss, scream, and fuss and just talk all kind of shit to myself, by the time I actually go in that meeting, I'm in a better place. And so maybe that's a practice that you guys can pick up as you maneuver through corporate America, is fucking, like, it's okay to be mad. It's okay to vent. It's okay to be, like, whether you overreacted or not. Nah, fuck that. Like, you feel how you feel. Whatever that thing, anger is an emotion, and you need to stop. You need to, like, if so, feel it. You got to feel it to heal it. Ask yourself why you felt that way. Ask yourself, were you triggered? Ask yourself, what brought me to this emotion? Was it you, or was it somebody else? Did you allow somebody's projections to get to you, or was that a valid feeling? And sometimes our feelings aren't valid. Sometimes we act in defense mode. Sometimes people really coming after us, and sometimes we are our own worst enemy. So don't be your own worst enemy. Like, feel how you feel, but allow people to state their case. And that's something that I'm so happy that I've learned how to do. I learned how to vent on my blog, vent to somebody who has a mentor who has been where I would like to get to see if what I'm talking about is actually valid, or if I need to check myself before I wreck myself. Because sometimes you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. And either way, just vent. Get that shit out and then follow up. You know what I'm saying? Because that vent helps. That vent is a motherfucking release. And sometimes you just need to release that. Sometimes you just need to be fucked. There's that too. Like, I probably just need to be fucked on top top of, all of the other shit. But like, I find that venting helps. And also, if you are gonna have to, if you are gonna have a conversation with a boss, have your conversation with yourself, and have it with yourself as many times as you need to, and find the right words to say to get your point across, but not in an angry manner. Because like, it was best that I vented that out before I talked to her. And she gave me, and it's so funny because she set the meeting. She could have said it immediately, but she gave me time. And that's the thing too. Like, if you have to have a meeting, don't do it while you mad. Let those emotions settle before you have that conversation, because an emotional conversation is probably a destructive conversation. So, there's that too. But I really felt led to hop back on and really talk about that with you guys, because I felt like that was a very important part. And like, one of my team leads, she always surprised me. So shout out to her. But she know how to handle me. She know how to talk to me. And I don't know if it's fake or not, but she does a great job in handling me and talking to me like she know I got motherfucking sense. And I appreciate that. Any person who talks to me like they know I got sense, I always appreciate them. I don't care what you tell me. And like, she could give me good news or bad news, but she know how to talk to me. So as long as you know how to talk to me, we can do business. I don't care what you tell me. The other one don't really know how to talk to people. Like, our big boss, she don't really know how to talk to people. So she does have somebody on her team to kind of save her from herself. And I appreciate that. So you also need people on your team to save you from yourself. That know, like, hey, nah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and handle this conversation, because if you handle this conversation, it's probably not going to turn out well. I don't know that's what happened, but I imagine that it is. But she does a good job at what she's doing. And you can't tell if she's faking or not. So that's a good thing too. So one, don't, everything I tell you is from my perspective. And no, I try to give you other people's perspective, because I am 100% not always right. A lot of the stuff I tell you is from my perspective. And so I definitely want to make that known as I go through my journey, because I'm not always right. And you can put all your money on that. And sometimes I can give you stuff from people's perspective. It just depends on how open they are with me. So there's the first thing. Sometimes it's not, sometimes, like, one, it's not everything. You have to understand these blogs are from my perspective. So as I hope y'all team neighborhood hope dealer, but y'all gotta understand, a hope dealer, I'm here to give you hope, and with hope comes the truth. And the truth is, I'm not always right. So, I show you my flaws so that you can have, so that you feel comfortable in living in your flaws and knowing that it'll be okay anyway. So that's the first thing. The second thing is vent. It's okay to vent. It's okay how you vent. Especially if you're trying to maneuver through corporate America, there will be things, people, places, and things that do upset you, but it's all about how you handle it. Get it out before you get to that meeting. And if you're upset, don't plan a meeting. Give yourself some time to calm down before you have that conversation, and think about what you're going to say before you say it, because you don't want to say the wrong thing and ruin your life. And sometimes, and third, and sometimes it's not about you. Sometimes people come at you and talk to you sideways because of things that they have done incorrectly, or problems that you know nothing about, and you have to keep that in mind as well. And lastly, have people on your team who can help you, who knows your strengths and weaknesses, and can have conversations that you can't have in a moment. Because sometimes some conversations can't wait. And as a boss or as a manager, you need to be able to have somebody look, hey, can you have this conversation for me? Because if I do it, it's not going to turn out well. And I just wanted to say, I talked all that shit about not doing nothing when I get home. But another key to being a good employee is to make your boss's job easier, and to be as helpful as you can. So I could have been a dick, but for what? What's the point of being a dick? One of my favorite quotes is be kind always and in all ways. So I can work from anywhere in the world. So I'm going to, no, and like, you gotta understand, sometimes it's not anybody's fault. Sometimes it's, and like, that's the thing too. Like, don't try to put fault where there's none. Sometimes it's not anybody's fault. It's just the way, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. So one of the things I said I was going to do is, in order to help my team lead, because she knew how to talk to me, because she came to me correctly, oh, you need some help, you need some adjustment so that we won't have any trouble, and this helps, the boss look good as well, that's Lanyap, I'll do it. But so I said I would work on some things on my time off. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't, I don't have anything that would hinder me from doing it. So why not? If you can do it, because this is also about like my brand as well. You know, a part of my brand is if Leanne can do it, she will. Like, ain't no excuses, just success. So yes, I'm going out of town. Yes, I'm doing some other things. I was like, I'm not gonna touch this. And at that time, I wasn't gonna touch that shit. Like, not the way that I was being handled, but somebody came back in, did some motherfucking damage control. I was like, oh, okay, well, if that's the case, I got you. I got you, and I'm gonna have it done before it's time because you handle me correctly. When you handle, like, it's all about the relationships you build with people and how do you handle people. Some people will go an extra mile for you if you deal with them correctly, and some people won't. It just depends on how you motherfucking deal with people. So build relationships within your teams and within your companies that make people say, you know what, I said I wasn't gonna work, but for you, I got you. Just if this makes you look good, I got you. Because I could just be like, fuck it, like whatever repercussions come. Like, and it helps me as well, but I could definitely be like, whatever repercussions come. So like, but like that part, don't make things harder than they have to be. Like, what's the goal? Can we accomplish it? Don't add extra fuck ass shit. So like, even though you're working for somebody, you still can have a brand while working for somebody. And your brand within that, it speaks volumes. And my brand is, bitch, I'm going to go get it. Like, ain't nothing going to stop me from going and get it. So I will be working a little bit, but it ain't like not no real work. Like, I don't got to clock in and talk to people. I just got to complete some trainings. And I can get that done easy peasy. While I'm home just cooling. So there's that. But I want to hop back on and share that with you guys because Spirit put it on my heart. I was going to wait till later, but fuck it. I was like, no, I'm not. I don't feel I felt like I needed the God. Spirit was like, do it now. So I want to shuffle, like Spirit telling me to shuffle a motherfucking card. The Hierophant at the bottom of this, at the deck. That makes sense. Learn. So, oh, did anything pop? Nah, ain't nothing pop. I'm gonna just pull one. I ain't gonna read, bitch. The Hierophant. This all that came out, all at one, at the same damn time, and I'll take that. So for all of my tarot readers, like y'all seen that shit flip. Bitch, this the spread that came out. You learning. I'm learning, my friend. All right, what's at the bottom of the deck? Bitch, that's it. That's it. That's all I wanted to show you. Y'all seen it here. Like, that part. That's why I love to fucking read. Like, I love to read cards. I love to read cards. And y'all know this is one of my fucking, what you call it? One of my anxiety tools. So that was like, I'm, for all the people who know nothing about tarot, you're gonna have to sit this one out. But for the people who know about tarot and know how it go, bitch, and I got the King of Wands underneath the fucking Justice peeking, and Justice peeking, lurking around the motherfucking corner. All right, guys, that was my little slight my wild card part 2. So it's a wild card. This Aquarius, like, I didn't get to talk about a lot of stuff because I was so distracted, but this Aquarius this Aquarius Saturn and Aquarius transit is gonna be phenomenal. I already know. I'm excited about it, and you should be too. For all my creatives, for all my weirdos, for all the people who who think that gospel music is going too far, stomp. That's how I felt. But for all the widows, it's your time. Walk into your season.